I think that Roy might have a better vertical recovery option. So if you get spat out, if you hold your jump, you might be able to make it back with a quick mash. Yeah. But again, it's not. It's so difficult. And so we might see that. I would be surprised if we didn't see that. But on PS2, there's not really a whole lot of edge guarding going on to begin with.
Yeah, that's usually going to be the case. And now, just off rip, taking 48% to 2 moves. 62, man, Kaden stuck in a corner already. It's going to be the ledge trap from KilogramHours where he's going to get most of his mileage. A very good roll in, but just going to catch another back air. Kaden on the back foot already. I love the up air, though.
Yeah, Kaden, stop looking for jab at 0% on
yeah, please.
Dedede. That's not happening. Oh my goodness, keeps getting hit by the Gordos. Just throw out a fair. Just swat it. No, just do anything. A nair comes out so quick and it hits at that exact angle. Do anything to not hit by the Gordo throw, please.
And up air worked earlier as well. Kaden has the options, just locking in a little bit. Sometimes Dedede can kind of jump scare you early on like that, you know. It happens, I get it. We've been there. But actually, I haven't played against Dedede, but if you have, you've been there, I promise you. KilogramHours will catch you off guard.
I like the approaching here. KilogramHours is in the corner and unable to do much. That was a great jab.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, jab F smash actually is really good on this heavy fast volley character.
Yeah, big time.
And approaching that way is also really fantastic. I like that Kaden pushed KilogramHours to the corner and understood that there's no great out of shield options for Dedede to begin with.
Yeah, Kaden's going to be able to put on some disgusting shield pressure. Relax. Okay, I thought he was dead there. I got a little scared. And now the combo game is going to be big. We haven't seen much of it from Kaden. Nair in the back air. Not much else to speak of, though. Stuck in the corner is KilogramHours. I like the shield pressure. Doesn't get too much over it, though.
A little inhale action. Yeah, the nairs are fantastic here. There's not a good way for KilogramHours to punish it, and you have the option to cross up.
Love the shield on the Gordo, but now below the stage. How many other characters can air dodge down and be fine? You know what I'm saying? Not a lot, not a lot.
It's good fair right there. I like the up tilt. There's no other way for Kaden to land.
Slowly working his way back as Kaden. That's some of that vertical edge guarding we were talking about. Why not go for it if you're Kaden? You know, you take a fair, you're still an advantage.
If it was a fair and not a back air, I mean, he was looking for the kill with back air, but I think fair might have killed. It definitely would have hit at the very least.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now trying to get back to stage. The Gordo makes it so tough sometimes. Great patience there for Kaden to avoid that up tilt. Certainly would have taken the stock at 152. As Kaden, a couple weak hit up airs. He's looking to take a lead here, but now we're at a spot where Roy does have a hard time killing around this percent.
Oh, that was a big trade for KilogramHours.
Just a nice bait to get a hit.
Nice.
Oh, nice F smash as well.
Good punish.
And KilogramHours is going to swing big always. You know, there's a reason he's called KilogramHours and not like milligram minutes or something.
Nice. Very nice.
He's going to swing big always.
This is what you can watch Invincible for.
Exactly.
Good
nice
combo.
approach. They're not going to connect. I like the up B as well. Good stuff from Kaden. Just like finding these hits. Like not really much to it. Just approaching. Abusing King Dedede's.
No,
relax.
no, not the jet
hammer,
please.
Do not get hit.
Please.
Do not get hit. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm still scarred from Saturday Stadium. This was KilogramHours had a crazy run off of the jet hammers alone. Very, very nice dancing blade. The jab dancing blade hits those fast fallers and those heavy characters real hard. I didn't think it was going to kill.
That's what I'm thinking. It was at like 85 on Dedede. I'm very shocked that kill, but gets the job done regardless as Kaden is able to get it done. He's having fun with it. Playing to the crowd a little bit.
One win already is better than 2 of their last 4 games played. As Kaden, didn't win a single game in 2 of those games. So already starting off really strong and looking really good.
Yeah, and I mean, like, especially with how ugly that first stock was, a lot of the times games like that can just run away from you, and there's really not much you can do about it. But good job on Kaden to kind of regain, collect himself pretty well, and get back into it.
KilogramHours looked at the stage list and thought, yeah, PS2 is definitely the best I'm going to get. And I think that's right? You don't put yourself at risk from horizontal edge guarding as much. Like, you have a lot of freedom to be under the stage for the most part and not get hardcore edge guarded by fair or anything like that and have a lot of reversal chances. So you already remove one of the tools that Roy has. The other thing that Roy gets on this stage, of course, is so much space to play with. and so many ways to avoid or delay Gordo throw connecting.
Yeah, speaking of Gordo, that has been the big difference so far in the end of Game 1 and now the beginning of Game 2 is that Kaden hasn't just been getting hit by Gordos for no reason. That was definitely a I'm going to stop getting hit by that moment.
Yeah.
There really wasn't much else to say about it. And ever since then, Kaden has just been able to better character KilogramHours for the most part.
Yeah.
Just get more damage off of his openings, find more openings because he's quicker.
Nice.
Jab, side B doesn't get it done this time. Good DI from Kilogram.
Good jab swap there. Getting another back air. Very nice. Tried to go for that fair edge guard, but a good air dodge back to stage is going to survive. Now they traded stocks, both of them going up towards the top.
Kilogram definitely not mad about that. Definitely doesn't mind it. You're in disadvantage. You're down by quite a bit. The Nair to bring it back up to an even game is a very solid trade. The fairness on the Gordo back in his face. Can't find 2 Nairs to boot, though. It would have been solid for Kaden. Nothing to find, though. It's all right. It's all right.
Good Nair combo fair, and then back to stage.
Good stuff.
Look for a ledge trap here. Gordo throw is going to make the landing safe, but that was fantastic. Good up tilt there, continuing the combo with an up air, and Kaden's finding all the right choices.
Yeah, the advantage mix-ups from Kaden have been very potent, very hard for Kilogram to deal with. And now stuck in ledge, in advantage even longer as Kaden, very hard to deal with. And just, again, waiting on the Nair instead of trading with it. The F-tilt gets it done. Kaden looks really good right now.
Pivot cancel F tilt is a fantastic choice because it also gives you the option to dash back on a roll in.
Yeah, very true, very true. And now the Gordo pressuring at ledge. This is the Dedede setup. Can be hard to deal with, but Kaden was ready for it. Off stage now, landing fair to build quite the lead here at 50% already on his last stock. This is another matchup where percentage matters a whole lot.
Yeah, get hit by that. That's the right choice. But finding the combo out of the self-inflicted Gordo.
Would have been the right choice if he went back to stage afterwards. Relax a little bit. Avoiding the strong hit. Jet hammers out. Not this.
He finds it.
Okay. Still alive. Only a bit of damage. Could have been.
He's
panicking. Been real
panicking.
bad if he went to the other side and big time panicking. Dedede can do that. KilogramHours surges back to take game 2 after a rough start.
Oh, Kaden panicked. There's not the threat isn't huge. You can run up and grab the jet hammer if you're already on the ground, if you're worried about getting hit. And there's ways to avoid it. There's ways to deal with it. But when you see how many people,
scary.
I mean, like KilogramHours takes out stocks on top players with jet hammer to the point where you're like, how?
Often.
So
the
I get
only
it's
jet these days that's scarier than that hammer is a Bowen.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
That's fair.
It's the only thing. And that jet hammer is terrifying. It's very hard to deal with if you are king. If you are like anyone.
Yeah.
Because in theory it's so easy. Oh, it's slow. He's going to take damage. Just run away.
Yeah.
But if you slip one time, you lose your stock.
Right.
And it's one of those things, the bell curve of when you're at a low level, I will jet hammer because it is strong. At mid-level, Dedede has so many other options, no jet hammer. You get to high level, you get back to KilogramHours. I will jet hammer because it is strong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They decided to run it back to PS2. I think this might be hubris, and honestly, if there's anything that Roy players love to do is run it back to PS2. Cola has a win percentage of like 30% on PS2 against top players, and he just runs it back every game.
Yeah. I get it. I've been there because Roy players want a better player. You know what I mean?
Of
That's
course.
like that's the go-to, and I do not blame them. The down tilt doesn't connect. I like the idea though from Kaden. Good DI on the up air. Nice little knowledge check.
Up tilt is just such a good option whenever you're landing as Dedede. You force a mix-up. Although I think that if you go for that, if you go for any landing aerial, Kaden can probably just go for an up B out of shield, but then you are at risk of getting crossed up, and at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that up tilt getting it done at 128%. Very comfortably, a very strong kill option. Comes out pretty quickly. One of Dedede's better moves just in general. Very big kill move. Comes out very quick. Weak hit up air into an up tilt. Good combo there for Kaden. Stays very active and advantage. Always ready to combo off of a hit. Not landing the way he expected. He's going to be ready for it. Nice neutral get up there. I love that to save time.
Air dodge in into up tilt. Only KilogramHours.
For real, dude. Who else is doing it? Down tilt. Out of the corner. I love that from Hours. And now off stage. Kaden.
Wow. Just covering everything.
Oh, man, the weight of a kilogram on his shoulders as he can't quite make it back from ledge. He finally does it. Gets back, avoids the neutral B, but what do you do from there?
I'm scared. Oh, very nice. The up tilt out of shield is just not fast enough. It's like 18 frames, but still, I mean, there's nothing that's going to punish Roy on that back air. And so Kaden does find a stock closing, but the percentage gap is almost more important at this point.
Yeah, 144% is pretty nasty. We saw last time KilogramHours was able to add some explosiveness, some volatility to this matchup. Kaden and Roy are no stranger to doing that, but some great patience for Kilogram right now. F-tilt's going to send Kaden off stage, and a very well-placed Gordo. Kilogram knows his way around that little spiky fella.
Yeah, Kaden's trying to find these blazes out of shield, and you can see KilogramHours just landing dead center on top of Kaden, so it's not clear which side you need to use your blazer on. In that case, Kaden kind of just threw it out. I'm not sure why going that direction was the choice, but it led to the stock loss, and now you're just a full stock even percent. Not a great place to be in.
I would even argue a bad place to be in.
Yeah.
Dash attack not connecting. I think he just sent 3 dash attacks on the platform. I imagine all of them were misinputs. That's the Roy player hubris yet again. And now a nice side B onto KilogramHours. Puts on a bit of damage. Looking to even up this game. A back air. Threatens to do so even more. A nice up air, and that's going to send off stage into disadvantage, which is the scariest spot to be. Dedede's been doing it so well. Jet hammer yet again. Not like this. Okay.
I think that KilogramHours wants the clip, but
yeah. Not going to be awarded the clip this time. Up 2-1. He could have an opportunity in game 3. He just might. He just might.
Just might. KilogramHours receiving some applause. Of course, a crowd favorite. Dedede up 2-1 in this set. Kaden does not want flashbacks to the last time they played. Wants to send it to a game 5 and close this out. But how do we do that? Running it back to PS2. Again, not my first choice here as Roy, but
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You have room to deal with the Gordo combos. You can approach on the platform, and I imagine it's just a thing of comfort, as it is for so many players. You just want to go back to the stage you like, the stage you know, what you're used to, and if you've practiced on this stage a million times, why would you mix it up once you're actually in the bracket? Kaden looking to run it back yet again. It worked out the first time. Has not found any success since then, though.
Yep. And Steve is coming out.
Lord have mercy.
The crowd is going, Steve!
That was
this
kind of
one.
crazy.
Yeah.
We matched that up. That was nuts.
I'm going to need to check the stats on how many times Kaden's played Steve in bracket.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen it before. We've seen Wolf and Roy all day. But the Steve is going to come out. I was saying that he was better playing KilogramHours with the Roy. We'll see if, or better charactering rather. We'll see if the Steve can do it. That's like 4 or 5 forwarders in a row. Character be damned. KilogramHours is looking pretty solid, but that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm seeing no Steve on this list. Most played characters goes Roy, Wolf, Cloud, and Corrin.
I guess the secret Steve is coming out to, you know, as I said, like sometimes you do just get tear-gapped. And this is one of those matchups where that can happen so easily.
I feel like you still just put yourself at risk of getting hit by the same things. The only thing that you provided yourself is safer disadvantage options.
Yeah, and a much more consistent advantage, right?
That's a good point.
You're not going to be finding as much like awkward trades or spots where you need to reset and get hit by an air. You're just going to do 60 because it's Steve, right?
Yeah.
So if Kaden is able to tap into some level 1 or 2 Steve combos, we should be able to match the damage output pretty well.
Nice little combo there. Just a tiny one to start off the opening, getting some resources, getting that iron on deck. KilogramHours is just playing with his literal food at this point.
Yeah, Kilogram is kind of in his head. Just catching all of his options, catching his empty lands, catching his jumps. Kaden is able to get an up smash to meet it, though. And this is where Steve can get scary. You give him some time. It's still, like, on paper, a winning game for KilogramHours, but you're waiting behind these blocks. Steve is getting materials. You wait till he finds a diamond, and it gets real scary at that point.
Yeah, diamond on deck.
What does Dedede have there?
Nothing. I mean, you don't have any out-of-shield options. The best you have is roll and then hope that Kaden keeps throwing out jabs.
Yeah, the best you have is leave. Run away, get out of there.
Stall options are really nice, too. You get to wait out the Gordo throw a little bit more consistently. Okay, I see the vision.
Kaden not opting to craft diamond, gonna save it for his last stock.
Yeah. I think you can get another diamond before that, but not finding enough time to mine. Gordo throw is going around the blocks pretty consistently.
What do we got here? Trying to ride under him, but it's not gonna work out. Good DI or not, that up air is gonna get it done at that high of a percent, that high in the stage. The diamond comes out, yeah, just burned all of his iron trying to mine a little bit more. Did not find time to do it though. The diamonds are out though. It's gonna be the jab fair off stage, the Jerial.
Really trying to mine up here. Only 3 iron left.
Yeah, and that right there is the patience that Kaden needs.
Yeah.
Right, KilogramHours has been going over and just waiting for Kaden to drop shield over and over. But Kaden found some successful patience, but big damage to Gordo off the wall. Side B out of disadvantage. Gordo not going to connect. Up air almost does. KilogramHours is finding every single option. And disadvantage now is Kaden. It's hard for him to get his way back from this corner. Up tilt going to do it at 106. KilogramHours shuts down the Steve. Little pop-off for the fans as he takes it 3-1.
Yeah, that was a less hype closer than I wanted it to be with the Steve selection. I get the idea, but I just think that there's some of that Roy hubris that comes out where it's like Steve is an easy character and has all of these options that I can use to deal. But KilogramHours was not phased at all. In fact, it looked way easier than the Roy matchups were for the most part.
Yeah, he cleaned